Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, what we're going to talk about this morning is an opinion piece out of the hill, and I'm going to be flat out honest with you. This one needs rebutting because this is just creepy. We are going to go into a gun control founding member around the way to counteract the misinformation from gun rights activists, all while referring to it with the word and verbiage like vaccines and inoculation. This is not only in a different world, this is just plain creepy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and we have got some work to do. I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor of this video, and then we're going to get to the refuting because, whoa, this is next level. You guys heard of the castle doctrine? Well, with this sponsor, we're going to take it to the next level, and if you are defending your castle with something more traditional that looks like this, or maybe something a little more modern that looks like this, Established Titles gives you the ability to call yourself Lord or Lady while defending your castle. Now, the title packs give you 1 square foot of established land on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest, like you see right here. You may all refer to me now as Lord Braden. Thank you in advance. Your certificate features a unique plot number with which you can see the exact location of your land. And if you're one of the first 200 to use the link in the description box below, we can create our own little LOA kingdom near my personal plot. It makes a great last-minute gift. They even have couple packs that come with adjoining plots of land in said fiefdom. They plant a tree with every order and work with global charities, 1 tree planted and trees to the future to support global reforestation efforts. My personal favorite reason to do this? You could officially change your name to Lord or Lady, so anything woke will have to address you by your proper title, which will send them into the next dimension, which might be worth it by itself. And you can get on that credit card and you can even put it on your dating profiles. It makes an amazing last-minute gift. Establishment Titles is actually running a massive sale right now. Plus, if you use the code Langley, you get an additional 10% off. So go to establishedtitles.com/Langley to get your gifts now and help support the channel. And thank you so much. All right, brothers and sisters. So sometimes on this channel, we run across opinion pieces in the hill that are meant to persuade people against gun rights. So as our civic duty, as our Second Amendment would require, we have got to meet this on the battlefield of ideas. So here we go. We're going to dive into the opinion piece written by a founding member of GVpedia. This is Gun Violencepedia, okay? Countering the gun lobby's firehose of falsehood. Firehood of falsehood. Remember that one. Now, as I read the intro, you guys tell me if you could basically replace this with gun rights activist with gun controller. Listen to this. Over the past 50 years, and particularly since the early 2000s, the gun lobby has notched substantial successes in weakening gun laws and promulgating firearm ownership across the country. With significant resources and a multitude of media channels to propagate their message, the gun lobby has successfully drowned out reputable research on firearms with a torrent of falsehoods and achieved substantial successes in the judicial system, legislative system, and in shifting public opinion on guns and gun laws. Okay, so there's a phrase in the South. Let me know if you guys have it too. My dad used to say it when I was a teenager. If the world stinks, it might be your upper lip. Because you just listed out the judicial system, the legislative system, and shifting public opinion. No one likes me in my gun control, so it's everyone else's fault. All right, temper tantrum incoming. Check this out. The gun lobby's triumphs have been due in large part to 2 coordinated and well-funded disinformation campaigns. The first was designed to revise legal scholarship around the Second Amendment, and the second flooded Americans with false information about the benefits of firearms. These campaigns use what is called firehose of falsehood strategy, a type of disinformation campaign that is challenging to counteract and has 4 fundamental features. Oh, just wait till we get to the 4 fundamental features. Then we're going to start tearing this apart. It is high volume and multi-channel. It is rapid, continuous, and repetitive. It lacks a commitment to objective reality. It lacks a commitment to consistency. Are they describing the gun control movement with Moms Demand Action, Giffords.org, Every Town for Gun Safety? The list goes on and on. Because if I go down that exact same descriptor, high volume and multi-channel. Oh, it's high volume and it's multi-channel. It's rapid, continuous, and repetitive. 100% same talking points across the board, nonstop. It lacks a commitment to objective reality. Yeah, we cover that in nauseam. It lacks a commitment to consistency. Again, gun control 101. It doesn't matter about the facts. It matters how I feel. That's why they don't talk about facts. But let's keep going because this... Despite having very little historical support, the individual rights interpretation was codified in the 2008 Supreme Court case, District of Columbia v. Heller, and is now treated as legal consensus. That's because it is. This consensus was extended in the Supreme Court's egregiously flawed 2022 ruling in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruin, which advanced a history-only approach that ignores substantial contradictory evidence from the founding era and is broadly rejected by historians. Okay, so now you're going after the Heller decision and you're going after the Bruin decision. So why stop at only one Supreme Court decision when you can have two? The other thing here is there have been multiple reinforcing decisions, most recently by a Delaware judge that was not involved in the Supreme Court, that says, no, you can't really base any of your broad historical references as fact because you can't prove them or cite them. But let's, again, not get facts in the way. Please see the four things of a fire hose of falsehoods. Let's continue. So this is where the inoculations comes in. Again, not creepy at all. So what can one do against such reckless disinformation? Fortunately, the academic literature on persuasion offers a clear path forward. Organizations can use the following strategies to overcome a firehood of falsehoods. Well, this guy's on his messaging point, I give him that. But the academic literature on persuasion offers a clear path forward. So he actually researched how to persuade people away from gun rights. Okay, yeah, who's the... Okay. So here's the four things that they're actually advising people to go out from an organizational level. Match the breadth and scope of the disinformation campaign with their own fire hose of truth. They're false, my fire hose is better. 2, deploy inoculation campaigns to counter disinformation involving informational vaccines that expose people to a piece of disinformation in a controlled setting and then thoroughly explain why it is inaccurate. So you want to get someone where there's no outside opinions. You want to show them a cherry-picked fact. You want to disprove it and therefore convert them against their rights. Oh, you're a peach. All right, let's go to number 3. Enact deep canvassing tactics that rely on canvassers listening attentively and encouraging empathy instead of traditional canvassing techniques. Don't know what you guys are doing in your canvassing techniques. 4, focus on the population most at risk of being swayed by the ongoing disinformation campaign rather than directly challenging the fire hose of falsehood. So instead of actually meeting on the ideas and meeting on the battlefield of ideas, you want to pick off the people who are more vulnerable. Is that what that word? The most at risk of being swayed. So the people who would actually be awoken to their rights. You guys feeling the creep vibe here? Let's go to number 5. Avoid attempting to overtly silence the opposition. Okay. As such efforts will most likely prove ineffective and may substantially strengthen the disinformation campaign. Okay. Woo! All right. So what I just walked you through was literally in the hill from the founding and president of GVpedia. This is a gun violence advocacy group. Basically, what they do is they do gun control. They are upset that everyone is going against them because they're losing, because they are not based in fact and reality, they're based on emotion. And then they literally describe the advocacy and the attack tactics of the left and then put them on the right of the gun rights advocate and said, we were bad for it. You can't make this stuff up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.